Welcome to the Review Journal's 32 and 32 series on NFL previews. Today's sports betting spotlight is on the Cincinnati Bengals, and the spotlight's always shining on handicapper Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas, and on Wynn Sportsbook director Johnny Avello. We're at the Wynn's beautiful, newly redesigned sportsbook here on the Vegas Strip. Talk about the Bengals, who went 6-9-1 last season, as A.J. Green and Tyler Eifert missed a combined 14 games. Andy Dalton only had 18 touchdown passes. With those guys healthy and the addition of draft picks John Ross and Joe Mixon, what do you guys expect from the Bengals this year? We'll go ladies first.
You know what? I expect this Bengals team win 9 or 10 games. I think they are the obvious second choice pick to be in second place in the AFC North behind the Steelers, which we just touched on. I don't think anybody's touching the Steelers, so the Bengals have to be second place. So I do like the over season win totals on them. It's 8.5 here at the Wynn Sportsbook. We just were laughing about my favorite quarterback, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle. I think he's going to have a better year than he did last year, like you said.
I kind of like Andy Dalton a little bit. Is he one of your elite quarterbacks in the NFL? No. Is he in the B class? He's probably in the B- class. You know, that's the way I rate him. There's only 4 A's. There's some B pluses and then B minus, and then the rest of them are down in the C and D area. I'm not a big fan of Marvin Lewis. I just don't think he gets his teams ready year in and year out. But the whole schedule's tough. The first 7 games, they're at Nashville, Indiana, and Green Bay. That could be 3 losses. Then they're home against Tampa, Kansas City, Baltimore, and Houston. That could be 4 losses. So I don't see a lot of wins in those first 7 games unless they play really good football.
Don't forget they do get to play the Browns twice.
Oh, yeah.
That's always good. You mentioned Marvin Lewis, second longest tenured coach in the NFL behind Belichick. His 15th year, 0-7 in the playoffs. How is he still? I mean, I know he has them, decent every year, but they've never gotten over the hump.
Where do you go? Where do you find coaches? Coaches are like quarterbacks. It's hard to find a good one.
Yeah. All right, so Joe Mixon and Pac-Man Jones together, they won't win any citizenship awards. Do you think they go over 8.5 wins?
I'm passing on 8.5. I really am. I wouldn't know which way to go on that.
And you are going over?
I like the over. I think they have 9 or 10 wins on the belt looking at their schedule. I know their schedule is tough, but like I said, they do get to play the Browns a couple times, so that's always a too easy win for those guys. And like I said, Andy Dalton's one of my favorite quarterbacks. Speaking of your A, B, C, D list, I rated him higher than Tony Romo, and I got a lot of flack for it. So I'm hoping he really steps it up big this year.
All right. On paper, they have the 4th easiest schedule in the league, and of the 5 easiest schedules heading into last year, 4 of them made the playoffs. I have them going over the total and finishing 10-6. That's our spotlight on the Cincinnati Bengals.